everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be cash stuffing. It is my favorite day of the week to film. I always love doing cash stuffing and it keeps me on track for the week ahead with all of the cash budgeting that we do, all of the expenses, our groceries and everything. And I just enjoy it. I also look forward to the savings challenge that I'm doing right now. I'm only doing one savings challenge, but it's still a lot of fun, right? That's why we do them, is for the fun. All right, first what we are going to do, as always, is we are going to unstuff our cash wallet. Now, I spent pretty much all of my money. I am going to say that right now. I ended up going to Banff for a couple days at the beginning of the week, which was the Monday and Tuesday. And yeah, I pretty much spent all of it. The only thing I have left over is $5 in personal. And you know what, I'm okay with that because we don't travel very often. It was just myself actually that went and visited my daughter because she does work in Banff. And so we went out to the keg. I managed to use those gift cards that I had for the keg, which was really helpful. And then I used all of the gas. I ended up pulling all of my travel money as well. And I had just enough for gas. I think I still have about a half a tank of gas now, which is perfect. And then the groceries, I never bought anything actually for our household groceries because we were still pretty good. But I did use that money in order to buy my daughter some groceries. So it's just kind of one of those things that you do, right? Which I'm okay with. So let's get into our savings challenge. You know, we always do that first. I'm going to actually add this $5 that I had left over to, wrong binder, to our rollover money. Oh, no, that was the right one. No, they were both wrong. All right, our rollover money is at the end of our savings challenge binder here. And as you can see, I have $5 that I have left over that we will be adding to this. So now we have $5, $10, $15, $20, and $25 in our rollover envelope. So we will see how we will do with the cash or the savings challenge. I might pull a couple of envelopes. We will see. All right, so let's just put this aside for right now. And we are going to get our savings challenge out. And this is just a small savings challenge that I started for $500. I got this off of Etsy on Carrie J Budgets, and it's been really good. It's been working well with my budget and what I have available. So let's pull an envelope and see what we get. Ooh, $5. So that is perfect. Let's pull another one and see what we get because we have $25 to work with. And ooh, another $5. All right, let's do one more, all right? If it's the $55 one, we'll have to put it back and pick another one because that is the big one. Oh, perfect, $10. Okay, so we did really, really good with that. So what we will do next is we are going to put our rollover money in the envelopes. And then after that, we will color them in. So let me get my stickers as well because you guys know I don't lick these envelopes anymore. And I bought some stickers from the dollar store and that's what I've been using to close up these envelopes. So we have 10 and then, oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's right. So we still have $5 left in our rollover money, which is good. I'm glad that we're doing like a couple, 3 in our savings challenge because that's what this money is for the savings challenge. So if we can kind of utilize even, you know, more than one envelope per week, that's exciting and it brings us that much closer to our goals. I do plan on putting a large sum on our debt when this challenge is completed. So this is a $500 savings challenge. And when it is done, I do plan on putting all of that amount on one of my debts. All right, so let's color these in. Since we got all of them done, we are just going to color this in and we are going to fill in 2 5s and 1 10. So let's do the 10 first since I seen that one right away. So how has your week have gone? I hope you guys are staying on budget And there's a few of you that I've been watching that have been going on a little bit of a holiday, which is so exciting. Like I mentioned, I went to Banff on Monday and Tuesday and stayed on budget, which was a really, really good feeling. I wasn't really planning on going this soon to Banff to visit my daughter, but it just worked out that she had a day off, and you know, it worked out for me just being done work and everything, and that I was able to kind of spend the time with her and not have to worry about rushing back to go to work. It has been so amazing to be off of work, I must say that. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm going to be putting more time into my YouTube content and creating more digital products as well, and maybe looking into starting an Etsy shop. That won't be for further down the road, because I have no idea how to even start to make some of these envelopes and do the things, but I definitely want to learn, and now I will have the time to learn all that, which is exciting. So there we go, we have filled that in. And looking here, we actually just have kind of larger number now. We have some $10, $15, a 20, 25, a few 30s, and the one $55 that is kind of a big one. So hopefully we will have some money left over at the end of this week's budget, because that's kind of what keeps me on track as well, is to kind of really watch my budget and have some leftover money in order to do these savings challenges. So keeps me motivated to keep me on track in order to have leftover rollover money. All right, savings challenge is all done. Now let's get into counting our money. And let me just grab my, I need my little stand here. I almost forgot my stand for my cash money. So what we are going to do is we are going to count our money, and then we are going to be stuffing our envelopes. Favorite day of the week. I absolutely love doing this. And I'm so glad that I started this channel, because, you know, you guys can kind of share my enthusiasm. This is the envelope that I got off of Hi Hello Budgets. My favorite item that I have bought so far with all of my budgeting stuff. This, what I do is I use a permanent Sharpie marker, and I figure out, as you would have seen in Thursday's video, my cash budget and the denominations that I need in order to stay on track and to fill and stuff all of my cash envelopes. So then I write down the denominations on here for the teller. This is empty when I hand it to her, obviously, and they love it. They love it. It makes their job so much easier. They figure out the denominations, and that is what I am left with, is $455. So let's count that and make sure that that's what we have. All right, so we have 100, 150, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 340, 360, 370, 380, 390, 400, 410, 420, 430, 430, and 440, 450, and 455. There we go. I'm obviously not a big teller. I have actually, I have been a cashier and I've worked at Canada Post, so I have dealt with money, but I don't know, some people count their money so fast, and it's like, wow. Like, even sometimes the tellers, when I go to the bank, I am just beyond that people can count their money that fast. So what I normally do is I will take an alcohol pad. I bought these at the dollar store. There is 40 pads that come in this container, and what I do is I just take that and I wipe everything off, and then it is good to use for next week. So it makes it so easy. I like that I can reuse this envelope as well. I'm not wasting paper or anything like that. And the tellers, like I said, they absolutely love it because it makes their job so much easier. So that is all cleaned off and ready to use for next week. All right, let's get into our cash wallet first. We are going to fill that for the week. And like I had mentioned in my budget video, we are not going to be filling so much groceries this week because I did sign up for Chef's Plate, and we are going to be stuffing $70 for groceries. And for that, we will need a 50 and 120. Also, I know I say this a lot in my videos, but for all of my new subscribers, I ended up getting this Louis Vuitton little planner is what it is. I bought it off of eBay for, I think it was $106 Canadian funds, and it holds the smaller envelopes, and it is absolutely perfect. I will link a video actually here in the cards, and it'll go over kind of details on where I got my envelopes from and everything like that. But I am loving this little cash wallet. It is perfect size. For gas, we are going to be doing $40. So we will need 2 20s, and that seems to be working. My job that I ended up quitting actually was only a 5-minute drive from my house, and I don't think it's gonna be that much of a difference with my gas. The big thing is with our gas is I do live about 20 minutes outside of a city. And in our little hamlet, we only have like 200 people that live here. We don't have any services for groceries or anything like that. So I do have to go to town, and that's what kind of costs me a lot on gas right now. But $40 seems to be perfect for the week. So I'm just gonna keep it as that. And then if I do use less, since I am not working and spending more time at home, I can adjust it in the following weeks. Personal always gets $10. And that is just for whatever I want to get, whether it's a little snack or a drink or a coffee when I go to town, and $10 has been working out perfectly. And also for eating out is getting a $10, and that is just for that. If I'm in town and want to grab something, or I go to Costco and want to grab a hot dog, that is what the eating out money is for. It's just mainly for myself when I go into town, and if I'm there during my lunch break or something like that, I will grab something quick. And that is it for our cash envelope. I have emergency and giving in the back. Emergency has 2 5s right now, and that is for if I run short on any of these other envelopes, I will pull from this emergency. And then my giving envelope is exactly for that. If they're doing any sort of donations at the grocery store, or if there is somebody in need, that is what my giving envelope is for. And I don't take money out of this. This always stays in there. Occasionally I will add another $5 bill to it, but it is pretty well stuffed, so I'm going to be leaving that for the week. And that is our cash envelope is all done for the week. So let's move into our short-term sinking funds binder, and we are going to start off with medical. So medical is going to be receiving $10 today, so that will be $110. And now medical now has $20, $30, and $40 in medical. Next is going to be Costco, and Costco today I am going to be adding $20. So now Costco has $50, $70, and $80. All right, next is going to be Renos, and I am going to be adding my $100 bill to Renos. We actually haven't used anything in Renos the last week, so now in Renos we now have $200. And some change. Next is Beauty, and Beauty is going to be getting its regular $20. Now I do have my appointment coming up next week, so I will be using $60 of this money because that's how much it is for my nail fill. So in Beauty now we have $20, $40, $60, and $80. And then for birthday, like I said, I'm kind of going hard on birthday because we do have 3 out of our 4 kids' birthdays is in the month of May. So I am adding $50 to birthdays. And now in birthdays, we have $50, $100, $150, $170, and $175 in birthdays. So that is coming along really, really well. I will probably keep up a large denomination in birthdays until the end of May, till those 3 birthdays are done. Then we will lower this amount that we pay weekly. My travel is all depleted because, like I said, I just myself went to Banff to visit my daughter, and I used everything out of my travel, which was perfect. It actually worked out to be just enough between that and my gas money that I had for the week, because gas, as we all know, is expensive. But I am going to be putting $20 back into travel, and we will start that all over again. We don't have any plans actually to go anywhere for a while, so we will just be able to build this back up whenever we do want to travel somewhere. And this is just gas money and snacks mainly is our travel. And then in pets, we will be adding $10. So now in pets, we have $10 and $20. I just bought dog food, so that's why it is kind of depleted. So we will kind of build this back up. And then next we are going to be doing date night, and date night is one envelope that I actually just started, and we are going to be adding $10 to that. So now in date night we have $30. All right, and that is it for our short-term sinking funds binder. Next we are going to be working on our long-term sinking funds binder. So our first one is actually anniversary, and anniversary is going to be getting $20. So our anniversary is actually coming up. It is April 23rd. So we will be using some of this for that. We do have a gift card that we will be using for our supper, but my husband and I want to go to the casino and kind of spend an hour or so there. So now in anniversary, we have $20, $40, and $60. And then next is going to be my envelope. And like I said, my envelope is kind of just for whatever I want to get. I'm kind of thinking that I want to get the Budget Moms binder to keep track of once this one is done that I'm using, because I really like it. The one thing that I miss in the binder, the planner, budget planner that I'm using now, is it doesn't have a calendar. And I really miss that because I like figuring out when things are due and paydays and such. So I think that's what I'm saving up for in my envelope and what I want to get with my money. So that is getting $10. So now in my envelope, I have $10, $20, and $25. And next is taxes, and I am going to be adding $5 to that. Now this is just to get our taxes done. We rarely owe money in taxes, so this is just to get it completed. $5, $10, and $15 now in taxes. Next we have Apollo, and Apollo is actually our online streaming cable that we have. I pay for this once a year, and it always is due in March. So I just paid it, so now we are starting all over again. And it is about $200 Canadian funds that we pay for the whole entire year. And honestly, it is the best thing ever. We get more channels than we've ever had through cable or anything, and it has been fantastic. So now in Apollo we have $5, $10, and $15. And then hunting is getting nothing because my husband's surgery, we don't know when that's going to be happening. And then for car maintenance, it is getting $5. So now in car maintenance, we have $10, $20, $25, and $30. And that is just for oil changes, wipers, anything that my car may need. Car registration is also getting $5. So this is due once a year as well, and it is about $300 for the year, and we pay that in March. So we are kind of starting over as well in order to be prepared for next March. So far we have $10 and $15 in car registration, and that is it for our long-term sinking funds. But now let's move on to our savings challenge binder. I am only doing the one right now, which is the Christmas savings challenge, and that I will be starting next week because, as I mentioned, I want to save up $1,200 for this year's Christmas. So this week we are adding $35, and this should bring us to a total of $200, and then we can start our $1,000 savings challenge that we have that we can start. I'm so excited to be starting that savings challenge. I love challenges so much. It's just that we are so concentrated on paying off debt right now that is going to be the only one that I will be doing, will be this $1,000 Christmas challenge. And like I said, I will have $1,200 because I have the $200, and then we will start on this $1,000 next week. And it will work out perfectly with the timing because this has 30 weeks. And when I figured it out, this will bring us to the middle of November. So Christmas should be fully funded by the end or the middle of November, which I am thrilled about. I have never been that prepared to have $1,200 by the middle of November in order to be prepared for Christmas. Such an amazing feeling. Well, it will be such an amazing feeling. All right, so on Christmas so far, we have 50, 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, 180, 185, 190, 195, and 200. So that is perfect. So next week we will start on that $1,000 challenge. I am going to leave this one in here, I think, and I will just know that that has $200 in it. And then we will continue on next week starting our $1,000 Christmas challenge. So that is it for this week's budget and this week's stuffing envelopes. I absolutely love this way of stuffing envelopes and this cash budgeting. Makes me feel so good to know that I am on track and everything is allotted for, that we spend money for, or that we're saving money for. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.